Hello and greetings to you in the precious name of Jesus. I am Tina Letitia Hill, founder and overseer of Bridging the Gap Among Nations International Ministries Incorporated. Well, we have just about come to the end of 2014. In about 4 days, we will have transitioned from 2014 into the year of 2015. I know a lot of people are excited and have established goals, plans, and objectives that they hope to achieve during 2015. When I think about New Year's, the actual word new is what jumps out at me. When I think of the word new, I think about a new start, a fresh start. I think about a new beginning. I think about leaving behind old things and transitioning into new territories. I think about transitioning from one phase to a next, or transitioning from one season to the next. Which puts me in remembrance of what the writer wrote in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. He clearly and explicitly stated that there is a time and a season for all things. In other words, there is an appointed time for certain things to transpire. He further elaborated, and of course I'm paraphrasing here, but he further elaborated by saying that there is a time to be born and there is a time to die. There's a time to laugh and there's a time to cry. He said that there is a time to speak and a time to refrain from speaking. And he continued onward with that, which allows me to know that we have spiritual seasons that we go through in our lives. Just as we have our natural seasons throughout our calendar year, we have the winter, we have the spring, we have the summer, and we have the fall. He clearly explained that we also go through spiritual seasons. Now, when he said there's a time and a season for all things, obviously he wasn't referring to only those pleasurable moments or those pleasurable seasons. Those seasons consist of times of trials, times of tribulations, heartaches, inconveniences, griefs, sicknesses sometimes, sufferings, the lack of necessities, and a plethora of other things. But the good news, as Jeremiah so beautifully stated, is that weeping may endure in the night, for a night, but joy is going to come in the morning. I cannot begin to tell you how many times that has been a strong pillar of support, a strong pillar of hope for me in some of my darkest hours, just knowing that the weeping that I've gone through, the trials that I've gone through, and the tribulations that I've gone through, they were only for a season. They were only temporary. Just knowing that joy was going to come in the morning was enough to make me excited for. As born again believers, I do not want to even imply that every day of my life has been a time of pleasure, because surely it hasn't. All pain, we have to understand, is not of the enemy, but God has designed pain for us to push us into his purpose and to push us into the plans that he has designated for us, and we have to understand that. But just as I mentioned during Thanksgiving, is that we have to maintain a spirit of thanksgiving not only on Thanksgiving Day, but throughout the year continually. As you transition into the new year, I want to encourage you to maintain the right attitude, that attitude of gratitude, regardless of what season that you may be in. Keep in mind as you transition into the new year that our calendar does not determine our season. I'm speaking specifically of our spiritual season. Although we're in the winter month, you may be in a time of trial and a time of testing, spiritually speaking. But if you keep the right attitude, God will intervene on your behalf. The next time you find yourself disappointed or continually frustrated, I challenge you to stop for a moment and ask yourself, what season am I in? Tuning out from Bridging the Gap Among Nations International Ministries Incorporated, may God bless you.